a thing from a number. I don't know.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Dr. Nick.
Hi.
Classic reference.
Yeah, it was a good reference. Good 90s reference. I like that, man. It was really good. Welcome to session 5 of Deadbeats. Good to see everybody again. Today, gonna be a fun session. First of all, let me get you guys over to the map. Kind of round up everything that has happened this far. 1 second.
While you're doing that, can I mentally take people into the same time capsule that we went into?
Yeah, absolutely.
Guys, remember when we first started Deadbeats and everybody was making Morbin jokes about Victor?
Oh my god, what?
I'm Morbin, dude.
Why are you bringing it back?
I was AFK for this. I was AFK again.
Simpler times, man. Absolutely simpler times. I remember Morbin out to
yeah.
Good times.
It's a bad time to play a vampire.
Really unfortunate.
It was a perfect time to play a vampire. What are you talking about? It was the best time to play a vampire.
Like naming your daughter Karen in 2020.
I haven't gotten a single Morbin meme yet about my rebrand, and I'm a little upset about it now.
Well, because the meme's dead.
Yeah,
it is
dead. Now I need. All right, I need to manifest that now.
It died the moment Jared Leto was like, "Oh, what? Huh?" Like holding the Morbius 2, it's Morbin time script. It immediately died there. At that point, we all went, "All right, joke's over. We can we can wrap it up."
We made Hollywood waste money. It's okay.
Oh yeah, and then they brought it back to theaters and no one went to see it. Oh man. Oh, I remember. God, these were good times. These were amazing times. What's that German word? Schadenfreude or something like that? You know what I'm talking about?
There's a lot of German words.
Schadenfreude is like when you're enjoying watching something fail.
Yeah. That's Morbius. That's all of what happened with Morbius. Yeah, so before we get started with our housekeeping, before we get started with everything, first, a quick peeky poo.
Peeky poo?
A little peeky poo.
A little peeky poops.
I'm not about that.
You don't want to do a little peeky poops?
Tried it once in college, not for me.
Hey yo, let me.
Hey yo.
Right.
Hey yo.
It's all right.
Oh yeah, we got some shit. Let's do some fan art. You guys want to do some fan art?
Yeah, of course.
Oh.
We got some shit.
I'm
So
farting.
fan art.
We got some good shit. Shit can be good and bad in my vocabulary, and for this one, it's good.
Yeah, no, agreed. Sometimes shit's the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
Peeky poo, baby, peeky poo.
Peeky poo. Hate it. Hate it. Hey, let's take a look at this. You love that though, right?
Cute.
I don't know. I can't see it yet.
What do you mean? I'm sharing screen. Am I sharing screen?
Yeah.
You are. I just wasn't looking. It's all right. I mean, like,
Oh, hell.
it's not Logan doing it, but like, it's all right.
What the?
Oh.
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 My,
Oh my
Tops.
goodness.
oh my goodness.
Who is he?
Who is that man?
Poor posture.
My favorite, well, not my favorite part, but one of the things that I like about this is the fan artist's name goes by D:, and when they got a little D: as their little logo up there.
Yeah.
I actually
sad
really
and
like
shocked.
that, but also that's absolutely the expression I make at Dash sitting on that throne.
Exactly. No, big same. Big same.
Oh my god! Wow, that was evolved. It looks good.
Very good. I love it. Oh no. Oh, okay. In honor of Shadow of the Erd Tree, I haven't played it yet, but I'm gonna click through these.
Oh my god.
not
Yes.
looking.
Go on.
We got some little Elden Ring
yeah,
Souls-like
Sick.
I'm not looking.
characters. Oh no, this is like
It's not spoilies.
It's not spoilies.
Okay.
These are all like this is like the Abyss Watchers from Dark Souls 3. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Looks
Yeah,
very
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I need to play the fucking game. I needed to play it already. It's been hard to dodge the spoilers
Shit.
on Twitter.
Same. I finally got to the level I need. So yeah, this is all very good. Oh my God, Victor and Buddy as
Oh my
Ortsty
God.
and Smo. Oh my
Oh,
God,
that's
dude.
so
Wait, that's
sick.
really good.
That's sick.
Ares as the hunter.
Oh hell yeah.
Mm.
Good shit, man. We even got Mel in here. Hey yo.
Oh shit.
Oh my God.
Oh, all right. That wraps up today's fan art. Thank you to everyone
cool.
who gave fan art. Oh wait, no, there's one more. I'm so sorry. Buddy in Wolverine's outfit.
Oh, hell
Wolverine X outfit,
That's
excuse me.
sick. Yeah, that's so sick.
Amazing.
Very good. Thank you guys again so
Oh,
much for
that's so
that.
sick.
Okie dokie. So last we left off, we had a lovely brotherly reunion, some talks of plans, and you all eventually flew your way down to the Austrian region where the Keld village is located. On your way over to Keld, everything began shutting off. Everything began turning down as if, or like just immediately shutting down as as all of your shard technology begins to either malfunction or completely shut down altogether. And unfortunately, when you're flying a ship that relies a lot on the shard technology that is around it, you immediately began sort of like this huge crash down. And with Buddy's ability to quick thinking and able to use their ship the best way that they can, he was able to successfully crash down in front of a town called Tinstel. So it is a port town. I will activate the region map now.
Question for you about the shard tech stuff, really quick.
Yeah.
Were we, are we initially aware of this malfunction?
You do know that the ship shut down. You do see a lot of lights flickering. It's kind of that vibe of like, you know, it's kind of like that, like when your electricity's shutting down, you're like, oh yeah, the electricity is off. Like that is kind of like the conclusion as you come into. But as far as how far spread this is going to be, that is something that you'll have to check in game, because you have just recently crash landed in front of this port, and this is the elvish man that's like kind of running on port to like, you know, figure out what the heck is going on here. But if there are some things that you'd like to check once we get into the session, you are free to do so. But excuse me, I'm having a hard time talking. But for now, before we get started, I do want to do a real quick little bit of housekeeping, and that is because your classes have all moved over to the 2024 D&D counterparts. Essentially, all of your classes have received some big ol' patch notes. Some combat maneuvers have also been updated. We updated all your classes. I haven't had the chance to update your spells yet, so spells are still going to be in 2014, which means I'm hoping to get that converted over next week, and if not next week, we'll have it in the next few weeks afterwards. That's going to take a little bit more time. Unfortunately, everything I have access to is all print, and I can't easily copy and paste it, so I have to type everything by hand. So it takes a little bit of time to get through this. So,
Hey.
did you say okay?
I said, okay.
Okay, I thought you were like I had a question, so sorry about that.
Nope.
All right, give me... Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second. Oh, that's a good one. Oh yeah, let's do that. Okay, let me get some music going before we get started. Okay. So, yeah, before we get started, I want you guys to kind of get a swing of, like, let you know what's happened with your classes, what's been adjusted, what's been changed. And then the biggest mechanical change from what we do, because a lot of D&D 2024 changed some action economy stuff that we've already been doing. So we're already ahead of the bell curve. We're already on our way there, so we're doing good with that. I will first start off. Actually, can everyone? Yes.
I was gonna say, not me. I have to step away for just a second.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll make. There it is. Everyone else besides Dodger, go ahead and roll a d20, please.
Wow.
Wow.
We low rolling today.
We're getting those rolls out of the way
Works for
first.
me. My food's about to arrive.
Okay.
I have
Yeah.
to watch you guys.
Yeah, you're definitely last there. All right. Okay. We'll start with Jesse, specifically what's changed with Logan and the Rogue. So, give me one moment, because I also want to bust out my docs. I was terrible at school when it came to taking notes, and yet I have so many notes. I have a job where all I do is notes.
It's your interest, though. If you're taking notes on things you're not interested in, then you're gonna not be into it.
No, that makes sense. It's just funny to me where I'm like, all right, where are my notes on this? I gotta look at all this shit. God damn. So, I guess the first thing I'll bring up with you, Jesse, is that you chose a subclass that is not, hasn't been brought into 2024 D&D, which means you get to keep it. You get to keep everything about it. We don't have to make any adjustments. You're good to go. We don't have to change
That
over.
2024.
Yeah, take that 2024. Let me scroll up the Rogue. Rogue, please. Wish I had bookmarks, but I don't. Okay, so let's go ahead and go through everything. You got expertise, you got sneak attack, nothing's changed there. The new thing, one of your new things is something called weapon mastery. Essentially what you're able to do is pick a handful of weapons, and you've gained a mastery over them. In 2024 D&D, every weapon has this sort of mastery trait attached to it, but only if you have weapon mastery for that weapon. So, for example, I've given you weapon mastery with your pistol because that's all I've seen you use, pretty much. If there are other weapons that you'd like to use, you also would get weapon mastery with that. For your weapon mastery, you can do that with two kinds of weapons. So one of them is pistol, and then if you want to have weapon mastery over another weapon, you're free to let me know later. It's not something you have to let me know now.
Okay.
Specifically with your pistol, when you hit a target with the pistol, and it deals damage, your pistol now makes it so that you will have advantage on your next attack roll against that creature if it's made before the end of your next turn. So if you shoot a creature with the pistol, you deal damage on your whatever your next attack is against that creature, you have advantage against them until the end of your next turn. This is very good for things like sneak attack, where if you have advantage on a creature, good news, you get to apply your sneak attack. Hunting action remains the same. You now have a new ability called Steady Aim. If you spend a bonus action aiming your weapon, but not moving at all during that turn, so before or after, you have advantage on that attack roll made that turn. So if you wanted, so if you wanted to not move and take a shot with your pistol, you can spend a bonus action to aim and then an action to fire. And then you'll have advantage on that attack. Sneak attack applies again. So a lot of cool advantage stuff that you've been given. The biggest thing that you've got is something called Cunning Strike. So instead of dealing sneak attack, you can do a reduced amount of sneak attack damage to add an additional effect to your attack. And I've already added these to your features. Your Cunning Strikes are Trip, Poison, and Withdraw. You can only choose one of these effects. And essentially what this does is it reduces one of your dice from sneak attack to add any of the effects. So your sneak attack currently, I think, is, it's 5d6. You can instead be like, I'm only going to do 46 sneak attack damage, and I'm going to try and trip the enemy, or I'm going to try and poison the enemy. So your cunning strike abilities are trip. If the target is large or smaller, they have to make a dexterity saving throw against your DC, which is composed of your dexterity. So your DC for all these abilities is 17 because your dexterity is really good. If a target is large or small, they make a dex save. If they fail, they fall prone. You can do Cunning Strike Poison if you have a Poisoner's Kit, or they have to make a Constitution saving throw, or they're poisoned for a minute, which is insane. They get to continue to roll saving throws at the end of every round to try and remove the poisoned condition. But effectively, you can poison your enemies now. Or you can just do what's called a withdraw. So if you reduce 1d6 from the sneak attack, and do 46 sneak attack instead, you can move up to half your move speed right after you attack and not take any opportunity attacks. So if you're
Let me ask you a question really quick.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a big monster. We're fighting it. I am standing in one place. I use my bonus action to steady aim, and I take a shot, which would, in theory, mean I'm not moving.
Right.
However, I could, based on the sneak attack, do minus 1d6 and then do cunning strike withdrawal.
I understand what you're saying. Steady aim specifically states that your speed drops to 0 when you do that, which means if you withdraw, half of 0 is still 0.
Right. So I would no longer be fighting, but I'd still be standing in the same place.
That's correct.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah, but good. These are good questions. They really wanted Rogue to be like have some combos essentially.
Okay.
So that's why they gave you a lot of advantage, and also your weapon is also going to give you advantage on your next attack. But that's a terrific question. Absolutely wonderful. Wait, yeah. Why is? Give me one quick second.
Why is Logan so beautiful?
Why?
I think it's what we're gonna ask.
Yeah. Why is he so beautiful?
I'm pretty sure you know the answer.
Come on now.
Come on.
Okay. So that's it. Oh, yes. And then the last thing is your alert feat. So now instead of adding +5 to your initiative, you add your proficiency bonus to your initiative. So it's now gotten down to a +4. However, you now have the ability called Initiative Swap. So if someone's down, whenever you roll initiative, and you can swap initiative with someone at the beginning of combat. So it kind of gives you a little bit of strategy. So if someone
does that?
Yeah,
would it be like, hey, let's talk about this? That kind of vibe?
Yeah, that kind of vibe. So if you're like,
do I need to outroll them, or can I just do it?
So you don't. So all you do. So we roll initiative as normal, and before combat begins, you now have the ability to be like, hey, can I, hey Dodger, can I swap initiative with you? Or like, hey Joe, can I swap initiative with you? And if they're down, you guys swap for that combat. So if if you want to be on like a lower initiative count or a higher initiative count, you now have the ability to swap places with someone.
What if I'm like Logan and an actual just piece of shit, and I just want to do it? Can I roll them for it?
I would leave it up to everyone. I'd be okay with it, but that is ultimately up to the players.
Okay, I'm just thinking ahead. You know, who knows what'll happen?
No. I like that.
I'm down to do rollies with Logan.
Yeah,
I'll do rollies.
He just shoves his way in front.
Yeah, if the player's down, I love the idea of Logan just like taking the shot first, essentially, in front of someone else. And if people want to...
Depends on who the enemy is. Yeah, who knows?
Exactly. So I like that. Yep. But that's it. That's everything that has changed with your class. Obviously, I don't expect you to remember all of it right away. But just want to give you a heads up of what's changed for you.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Snake, we haven't gone over even what your class is yet with the audience, so we're going to keep that hushed for everyone. Does that sound good with you?
Works for me.
Okay, so
if you're a bard, I'm gonna be so upset with you, but like happy.
He pulls out just a fucking tuba and just starts going. I love it. Piper, we haven't done over your class, so we won't.
Yeah, I can't really do Piper.
But for Hellebore, I look at all of your multiple characters. You're a wizard, so not much has changed for you. It's really cool and fun. So You are good with rituals. You, as a wizard, you always were. They just kind of defined it better that way. So you can cast any spell that has the ritual tag. If the spell has a ritual tag, you can cast any spell as a ritual if it has the ritual tag and the spell is in your spell book. You don't need to have the spell prepared, but you must read from the book to cast a spell anyway. So if you have a ritual spell that you know that you haven't prepared, you can cast it as a ritual. You now have... And then the only addition is memorize spell. Whenever you finish a short rest, you can study from your spell book and replace one of your spells with another spell from the book, as long as you know it. So you got some good preparation. Oh, and then you got Scholar, which lets you gain expertise in one of your int proficiencies. And you chose history, so I'm gonna make sure you... No, wait, no, you chose medicine. I'm sorry.
Medicine, because I'm a doctor.
I'm a doctor.
I'm a doctor. I need my medical degree.
So now you're proficient in medicine, which is great. And that's it. I'm glad we went over everything that's changed with you. Your changes are going to come with your spells, and we'll go over that once I swap everything over. But other than that, nothing else to tell you.
Yarp.
Yarp. Next up, oh boy, let's get. Wait, Isla, what are you doing here? Yeah, she's out.
Hello. Kill that woman.
She's out.
Hello. Oh no.
She falls in the water. Oh boy, where do we even begin?
I mean, for the sake of time, because I know there's a lot, I actually made my own cheat sheet for it, so I don't... Okay. Like, I already know what's going on, but I don't know if you want to, like, explain for everyone else.
I still do. Yes, I do want to do that for chat. So I appreciate the option, though. So... Or... Let me just get this here so I can move this here. Beautiful. All right. So for monks, I'm going to try and go through this in a very, like, shorthand sort of way. Monks deal more damage. Their unarmed strike is up a dice now, so they start at a D6, it ended at a D12. You're currently, I think, at a D10. As we...
What?
Huh?
No, I went...
Okay. So as we go down the list, at level 10, you gained the ability to do improved martial arts, or... Oh yeah, actually, I'll start from the beginning. So yeah, you got the improved martial arts. Your key points are now known as focus points. When you roll initiative... Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't give you uncanny metabolism. Shit. So when you roll initiative, you can choose to regain all of your expended focus points. When you do so, roll a martial arts die and regain a number of hit points equal to your monk's level, plus the number rolled. So you can even just do that to also heal. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest. So you regain all your focus points, and you get a little bit of healing. Uncanny metabolism, level 2. Level 3, your deflect missiles have now become deflect attacks, which means not only can you start deflecting ranged weapons, you can also deflect punches and try and punch through them. If you manage to reduce the damage down to 0, you can expend a focus point to redirect some of that force. If you do, choose a creature within 5 feet of you. If the attack was with melee or within 60 feet, if it was ranged, that isn't behind total cover, they have to succeed on a dex saving throw against your martial arts DC. And if they fail, they take damage equal to 2 of your martial arts die. So since you are, oh, sorry, you're a 1d8 currently, level 10, not 1d10. So since you're at 1d8, that means you can deflect attacks with 2d8 if you drop the attack down to 0 with your reaction. Your monk subclass is the open hand, which is in 2024, which means you got an upgrade there too. Warrior of the open hand has given you the open hand technique. So when you do flurry of blows, you can choose to addle the opponent, which means they no longer take opportunity. They can't make opportunity attacks until the start of their next turn. You could choose to push the creature to make a strength saving throw. If they fail, they're pushed 15 feet away, or you can topple the creature. They have to make a dex saving throw, or they get the prone condition. You also get Wholeness of Body, which grants you the ability to use a bonus action to heal yourself with a equal to a roll of your martial arts die. And you can use that a number of times equal to your Wisdom modifier. You've also changed your magic item, the Divine Prayer Beads, because it was just giving you Cure Light before. I wanted to build this around your monk. So now your prayer beads allow you to wholeness of body to heal other characters as well, as long as they're within 5 feet of you. So you can use wholeness of body to heal them as well. And whenever you use wholeness of body on yourself, you always heal the maximum amount of hit points. So that's what you get with that.
Yeah.
That's some good stuff. Continue to go down. Slow fall. That's the same. Extra attack. That's the same. Stunning strike now has a on success condition, which means even if they succeed the saving throw, shit still happens to the enemy. So now if an enemy succeeds a stunning strike, their speed is halved until the start of your next turn, and the next attack roll made against the target before then has advantage. So stunning strike always does something, even if it succeeds or fails. Empowered strikes. So instead of your fists no longer count as magical, and that is because now with empowered strikes you can, instead of doing bludgeoning damage or whatever damage with your monk weapon, you can now transform that into force damage. So just something to keep in mind. You can now essentially do what Isla was doing, and just do force punches, which is very good.
Wow, I can't believe I got Isla back.
Yes. Also, someone pointed out, Stunning Strike is once per turn now. So it's not, you can't do it after every attack. You can only do it once per turn. Next up is evasion. We're good. Acrobatic movement. It just specifically states you can't be wearing armor or wielding a shield to run across liquids or run up walls or all that stuff. And then the big ability you got, oh Jesus, yeah, well, self-restoration. The big ability you got is heightened focus. So essentially your flurry of blows, patient defense, and step of the wind has improved. With flurry of blows, you now make 3 attacks instead of 2. With patient defense, oh, and that's also another thing. Sorry, I have to go back. So with patient defense, you can now do patient defense and step of the wind without spending any focus points. With patient defense, you can use it to take a free to do a disengage action as a bonus action. No focus points. But if you do spend a focus point on patient defense, you can disengage and dodge at the same time as a bonus action. For Step of the Wind, you can take a dash action as a bonus action. No focus point required. But if you do spend a focus point on Step of the Wind, you disengage and dash at the same time as a bonus action. And your jump distance is doubled. That's only if you spend that. I'm only saying that because now with heightened focus at level 10, your flurry of blows, you now do 3 attacks instead of 2. If you use patient defense and expend a focus point, you now get temporary hit points equal to 2 rolls of your martial arts die. And with Step of the Wind, if you spend a focus point on that, you can also choose a willing creature within 5 feet of you that's larger or smaller, and you can move that creature with you until the end of your turn, and that movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks for you or the person you're pulling along. And then self-restoration, you can now remove one of the following conditions from yourself at the end of each of your turn. You can remove charmed, frightened, or poisoned at the end of your turn. So when your turn ends, if you're one of those effects, you can remove one of those effects. In addition, foregoing food and drink doesn't give you exhaustion. So you can just stop eating and drinking at this point. And that's your, that's the month. That's probably the most detailed notes right there is probably going to be for you.
Woohoo!
So
very exciting.
Excellent. Next up, Joe Victor. Yo. So I think you're still figuring out the 2 spells, which is fine with your improved tome. Warlock was actually the one class I read the most about because it was the one class in my community everyone really seemed to want to know all about. Yeah. So I was like, all right. So I did a very deep read on that. So big changes for you. You now have more invocations. Your pact, your pact of the tome is now an invocation. So we went ahead and put that there for you. You level 2, you get magical cunning. You can perform a rite for 1 minute. At the end, you regain expended pact magic equal to half of your total slots, rounded up. So at level 10, you have 10 prepared spell. Wait, no, you have 2 spell slots? Yeah, you have 2 spell slots. So you can restore one of those slots. And you can do that once per long rest. Your warlock subclass is the undead, which is not in 2024, which means we're sticking to the 2014 version of it. Your invocations, fortunately, it shows a bunch of invocations that really didn't have a 2024 counterpart, so you're good. You were good to go there. You chose, so Pact of the Tome is now an invocation. The only thing that changed there is you get to choose 2 level 1 spells that have the ritual tag. That's also in your book. The book also hasn't been granted by your patron. It's something that you made by yourself. And the spell casting, oh yeah, the book is now a spell casting focus, which I was surprised it wasn't before, but here we are. Your agonizing blast, you get to choose the cantrip. It shows Eldritch Blast, so we're good to go.
Yeah, I
there.
kept it basic, bitch. It's true.
It's fine. It's fine. And then you chose for another invocation, Gaze of Two Minds, which now allows you as a bonus action to kind of quote unquote possess someone. You can see through their eyes, hear through their ears. You can use their senses essentially. It no longer blinds or deafens you. So you can just do that after you do a bonus action. But the cool thing about it is you can now cast spells from the person you're possessing. So if you possess someone, and as long as they're within 60 feet, as long as you guys are 60 feet from each other, you can cast spells from that possessed person spot, which is really fucking good. I think, oh yeah, and then the final thing you got was... Contact patron. So now you have the ability to communicate direct with your patron, which if you decide to do that, let me know, preferably before a session begins, because that sounds like you and I are going to need to have a talk about that. About exactly what that's gonna look like. Because I have ideas and you have ideas, so I just want to make sure we're both on the same page when that finally does happen.
Papa.
Huh? Oh, Pop. Oh, you're. Oh,
Papa.
I thought Summer was calling me Papa. I was like, all right. Yeah, what you need, bud? So yes, contact other plane. So now you always have contact other planes. The spell prepared. With this feature, you can cast a spell without expending a spell slot to contact your patron. You automatically succeed on the spell's saving throw. Once you cast a spell with this feature, you can't do so in this way again until you finish a long rest. And I believe that is everything, unless you think I missed something. I think you're good to go.
I think I'm good.
All right, and then we'll get those ritual spells from you later. Dash. Is Dodger back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So there's some things. Your class went through, let's say, a partial change over 2024, because there were some fundamental changes with your class that I figured we shouldn't bother with, since you know, were so far ahead in this game. So let us begin.
Okay.
Put up your character sheet. So you, as a martial class, have weapon mastery. That means that there are how many weapons? 2 kinds of weapons that you have a complete mastery of. Right now, I have that as your as Dave, as your shield. You have weapon mastery over. And the battle axe you started and we've never seen you use before. So
sure. Okay.
I was like, all right, that's what it is. So a friendly reminder on Dave, because I also forgot this. You can spend an action to take the bulwark from Dave. Yes. Which gives you +2 AC and grants you legendary resistance that you can then use if you are the target of that. If you use the legendary resistance, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest. And that lasts to the beginning of your turn. Essentially, it's a defend action if you ever decide to use it. Dave also has the weapon mastery slow. If you hit a creature with this weapon and deal damage to it, you can reduce their speed by 10 feet. The speed cannot be reduced any more than 10 feet using the slow weapon mastery. So you can't have like 5 people with slow weapons like knocking them senseless until their speed drops down to 0.
Right.
So yeah, that's just a thing your weapon does now. It doesn't have a resource. It doesn't do any of that. You just go, did I hit you? Did I damage you? Your speed's lowered by 10 feet. Good stuff. So there is that. Your fighting style hasn't changed. I do have to ask you if you would like to change your fighting style, because now there's technically a new one called Blessed Warrior that grants you 2 cleric cantrips. So instead of your fighting style, which I believe was defense, I think you have defense and interception. You can now, in place of one of those, choose Blessed Warrior to get cleric cantrips. Up to you. If you need some time to think about it, go for it.
I'm just curious, Summer, my friend. I squish your cheeks. You know a lot about cleric spells.
That is true.
Are there any cantrips that you think would be good for Dash to have, or
only spare the dying? That's the only one I could think of. If you still want to be big protecty boy,
I should just
spare the dying is range now as well.
Right?
So that's super good.
But we're not swapping over spell changes yet.
Yeah, but it will be soon. So
yeah.
Like as in, I'm hoping to swap them either next week or the following session, because we'll have some time off.
I think I'll stay.
Okay. And if you change your mind in the future, feel free to let me know, and then we'll get it switched around. There was a lot of controversy around the changes for Divine Smite, and since we're so far in using the same Divine Smite we've always done, we're not changing it, so we're keeping to the 2014 Divine Smite rules. For those that are curious, Divine Smite is now changed into a bonus action you can do after you successfully hit someone with your weapon, and then you have to cast a spell. So there's a lot of it's weird, it's silly. So nothing's changing on Divine Smite for your end. Keep doing it the same way you've been doing. We're good to go. Channel divinities changed in that now you have 2 channel divinities, not just 1 use. You have 2 uses. Next level, it goes up to 3 uses, and Divine Sense has become a channel divinity. So that's a change in case you ever want to use that. It now takes away from your channel divinity. Subclass, your subclass is not in the 2024 changes, so we're not.
Okay.
We did make a change, but I'm gonna go over why in a second. Level 5, you now have Faithful Steed. We've talked about this already, so you're able to summon that steed, and we'll go over that in a future thing. Level 9 is a new thing you got called Abjure Foes, which is another channel divinity. Essentially, what you're able to do is use as an action, use your channel divinity, you present your holy symbol or weapon or whatever, and then you target a number of creatures equal to your charisma modifier. Those creatures within 60 feet of you. Those creatures have to succeed on a wisdom saving throw against your spellcasting DC, or they become frightened for 1 minute, or until they take any damage. While they're frightened this way, they can only do one of the following: an action, a bonus action, or moves. So not only is it like a frightened effect, it's also like a slow effect.
Right.
So an option.
Which is pretty sick.
Yeah, that's an option you have now currently. Aura of Courage, the only addition to that, it specifies now that if a creature is frightened and they go into your aura, that frightened is suppressed while it's in the aura. But then if they leave the aura, the frightened comes back up and they go, oh shit. So that's the only addition that's happened there.
Gotcha.
Because of Abjure Foes being added, the current channel divinity you had was a frightened effect. So it felt kind of redundant to keep it that way. So what I did was I have turned your channel divinity from your subclass into something called Shadow's Enmity, which is directly from the Oath of Vengeance. When you take the attack action, you can expend one use of your channel divinity to utter a vow of enmity against a creature you can see within 30 feet of yourself. You have advantage on attack rolls against that creature for 1 minute or until you use this feature again. If that creature that you have a vow against drops to 0 hit points before the vow ends, so if it's before the duration expires, you can then freely move that to another creature and the duration continues. So if you got 10 rounds against this creature, you down him in 3 rounds and you move it to another creature, that creature now has 7 rounds where you have advantage against them.
Okay.
So, and then that's it. Those are the changes that we've made for you.
Sick. Thank you.
You're welcome. Final thing of note is grappling and pushing rules. So grappling and shoving are now considered quote-unquote unarmed strikes. So whenever you do an unarmed attack, you can choose to, when you on hit, you can choose to damage it. Well, actually, no, let me pull this up real quick. I want to make sure this, because they essentially, grappling is now a saving throw. You have to make a dex or strength saving throw if someone's trying to grapple you. So let me real quick. There we go.
Yup.
Yup. Pop. That's like the biggest change. I think that's like the only... So yeah, unarmed strike. Instead of using a weapon to make a melee attack, you can use a punch, kick, or headbutt, or similar forceful blow. In game terms, this is an unarmed strike, a melee attack that involves you using your body to damage, grapple, or shove a target. When you use your unarmed strike, choose one of the following options for its effect. So you can just choose the damage, which means you make an attack roll against the target. Bonus equals to your strength modifier plus off bonus, and on a hit, the target takes bludgeoning damage. Okay. Instead of that, you can do a grapple, where you don't make an attack roll at all. You just go, I'm gonna grapple you. And then that creature has to make a strength or dexterity saving throw. And the DC equals 8 plus your strength modifier plus proficiency bonus. So instead of it being linked to athletics and acrobatics, it's just grappling and shoving are now strength, are saving throws. And the DC is versus your DC, which is 8 plus your strength modifier plus your proficiency modifier. Kind of evens the battlefield a little bit when it comes to grappling. And also, you could do it in place of an unarmed strike, which means if you... honestly, yeah, Masae is going to see the biggest benefit of this. Because she gets Flurry of Blows, she gets to go attack, unarmed strike, and then Flurry of Blows, 3 unarmed strikes, boom, 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 boom. She can replace any of those unarmed strikes with a grapple. She can replace any of those unarmed strikes with a shove. So she could quite literally just go punch, grapple, and then shove them away, or whatever they want to do. So she's kind of got some combos with that. And also any effects that allow you to grapple or shove, or any abilities that allow you to grapple or shove, still work the same way as far as like how it works. Like for example, I think dash with your shield mastery, you can... No, you knock down prone, correct, with your shield mastery?
Yeah.
So
yep.
That doesn't count for that. But anyways, yeah.
It's shove or knock prone.
Oh, gotcha, yeah. So when you shove a creature, if it had some sort of check before, it's now a saving throw. If it's just a flat shove, no check. Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, if you use your attack action on your turn, you can use a bonus action to try and shove a creature. And by try, I mean you don't make a check. You just shove the creature. So yeah. But that's it. That kind of that's everything. Those are the changes that have been made. But I just wanted to kind of do a quick housekeeping before we got started. I'm excited for the changes personally. I think it'll be fun for you guys. All right. So now that we've done all that, Yeah, as I'd mentioned before, you have crash and landed. You guys ready to get started, or do we need to take like a bathroom break or water or anything? I know we just did a bunch of housekeeping.
I have 2 questions that's more related to what we're presently doing.
Yes.
During the flight, would that have counted as a long rest because my focus points are down and I want them back?
Yes, you all are free to take a long rest because it would have taken you some time to get here.
Yay. So, follow-up question. Can I Age of Leaders everyone plus 13 temp health?
Yes, you can.
Yay! Plus 13 temp health, everyone.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Thanks, buddy.
Everyone here has 13 health. So, as a brief recap to our audience of how we're doing Piper and Hellebore, while outside of the ship, Piper is free to, or I'm sorry, Summer it chooses essentially who is leaving the ship. So Summer gets to choose if they'll be playing as Piper or if they'll be playing as Hellebore. That will also be the same for Joe. Joe gets to choose if he's playing as Victor or if he's playing as Buddy. Once per long rest, you guys currently, oh yeah, and let's kind of go into that a little bit with the technology. So yeah, you're able to, sorry, my brain's a little scattered. Let me think how I want to say this. Yeah, essentially while you are by the ship, you can swap characters. That's what I meant to say. Sorry, I got a little fuzzled in my own head. So right now, Summer, you're playing as Piper. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And for the time being, I know we missed the bug boy, but our darling Pinchy will continue to stay behind in the ship to kind of help and support things. Because right now, everything is completely shut down. And Buddy is probably over at the ship trying to figure out, like, what has happened, why it happened. The ship completely crashed. Everything around, everything inside the ship is malfunctioning, even if it isn't attached to the ship. So,
question.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah, what's up?
Are we operating under JRPG rules or Western RPG rules, and that if we level, do the people on the ship level as well, or not?
Oh god, yeah. It's a class leveling system, so you're good to go. Or sorry, a group leveling system, so everyone's the same level.
In JRPGs, they don't level.
Sometimes they don't level.
When's the last time that's been a thing, though?
I mean, sometimes they get less level as well. Also, you know, Americans buy a lot of games, so they just cater to us now, but like, whatever.
Yeah, fair.
Ooh, like target the column.
So weak.
Yes.
You said we were going to talk about which items each of the boys has.
Yes. While you are over in the ship, you're able to freely swap inventories. So are we doing a little, thing? We're doing a little...
Yes, I know which items I want the people to have. But I have to make a roll first.
Okay, what role are you making?
Just for me to decide things between them.
Anything you'd like to share?
This is them deciding if Hellebore's gonna let Piper take the necklace. Hellebore's gonna let Piper take the necklace, because those were supposed to be wisdom saves, and he's stupid.
Awesome. Very good.
So Piper's gonna have the amulet, the Chi Elder Eye, and the Scythe of the Energist.
Okay, good. Here we go. Ooh, we get to see the Scythe in action. That's pretty pog. All right. So for the Scythe of the Energist, that is going to be an item that you will have to attune with. Are you okay with this?
Yes, I assume they're all attuning.
Okay. All right. Cool. Awesome. We'll make that a rare. Let me look at this. Spend some time. The weapon deals 2d4 slashing damage with versatile 2d6. While you have an undead you control conscious, you can use your intelligence modifier instead of your strength modifier on hit, and damage rolls made with this weapon. Furthermore, when you cast a spell into the scythe, all undead you control converts a half of the damage they inflict into the energy of that spell's damage. I think I will actually change that. All undead you control can convert their damage into the energy type in the scythe. So instead of it being half and half, you get to pick. You get to pick if they use their basic damage type or the spell's damage type that you have within the scythe.
Nice.
Well, that seems to be on. That seems to be on course. Okay, so we've got that. Anything else that you'd like to exchange or hand around? Oh, plenty of potions.
Oh, God, yeah, he has potions. Oh, Jesus. All right, let me look at his potions real quick.
You also have 100 credits.
Halibort doesn't think that Piper needs money. he thinks spoiled rich kid.
I think my favorite part about this is like, what would Halibort do?
He's gonna give him the scroll of raised dead, because that's just good to have whoever's going out presently.
Okay.
He's gonna give him the long strider potion of healing.
Okay.
And the Vexide.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, and then anything else anything else Piper would try to take from, he says, fuck you, I'm making the potions, bitch.
With
That's
what?
it.
And then Hellbor says, with what? And then holds up the alchemist supplies.
Yeah. And he's probably helping Buddy figure out what's going on. Halibor is, because brain. He has a little bit of smart.
Oh yeah, there's.
I imagine.
Oh, go on, please.
With like any damage to the ship, Buddy is like freaking out over everything. He's like climbing under the ship, using this kind of climbing speed to climb around, like hang from his feet, and just manically be screwing in different things or unscrewing portions, steam valves coming out and everything like that. And he's like,
Joe,
fuck, help me.
Joe, if you would let me, Halibor would get the boys all out of the bag, and it would be like your work crew trying to keep them together. They're doing like a fixer-up job with all the zombies and skeletons.
Yeah.
You definitely got like a moment where like a steam valve opens up, it just starts spraying one of the skeletons in the head. Like stuff like that, you know, just complete manic.
Oh my god. Yeah, so the moment the skeletons start coming out and trying to help things around with the ship, I think that is especially as you guys are out trying to see everything is going on. Yeah, this old elvish man will kind of like hobble over a little bit, trying to walk at a rushed pace, holding a walking stick, barely able to keep up with everyone. And he'll just be like, by the deity, are you all okay? Like the water's still washing over and the docks over, you know, everything's calming down, everyone's looking around. And yeah, this man kind of walks up to all of you. Is anyone hurt?
No, I think we're fine. Ares takes a quick look around.
Yeah, there are a few people that'd be scattered around this town that are currently looking over at your direction, and just kind of seeing. They're just concerned and worried, and even this man's face appears to be haunted.
Haunted.
And he'll walk over to you all and state, was there anything we could do, anything that you need at all? It was a terrifying sight to look at, a ship careening down over our city. You're lucky to be alive.
Sorry for the scare.
He shakes his head and says, we haven't seen ships here in quite some time. When we finally saw one in the sky, we were curious what was going to happen, and terrified to find out what we suspected.
Is your ship operational in any way?
No, it cut out mid-flight. It has no power. Is there something that's blocking electrical currents or something? What's going on?
He turns his back over to you, kind of waddling off a little to the north, you know, limping off a little bit, and he'll slowly turn over, and he says, "We're uncertain. The horizon over to the north is foreboding, to say the least. However, we're kind of out of everything. All of our technology is completely shut off at this point. Well, some of it we managed to survive for some time, but even that has since been extinguished. Ever since the gnarled vines and thorns grew from the north over where Keld is located, we seem to be having difficulty with any of our technology that's tapped into the Deadic Veil."
How long ago did that happen?
It's been... I'm sorry, sir. We've had to count how many days have passed through sun and moon alone.
I would say about...
in a couple of weeks now. We've been waiting for help. We very rarely receive trade over this portion of Alabasta. Everything that we relied on typically came from Keld.
While they're having that conversation,
yes,
can Logan turn his back to them?
Yes.
And examine his shard pistol?
Sure. So you kind of like...
Is it working?
Yeah, so as you go over, you look over at the shard pistol, you actually see the piece of shard energy that is within the pistol. It still glows, but at a very faint rate, at a very faint glow, typically to signify that it needs to be reload, which simply is just a simple push the button on the gun to charge it back up. You've been told once upon a time it's because since all shard tech is linked over to the Deadic Veil, the button kind of reapplies that connection a little bit to replenish it. I would figure since you're trying to establish your gun, you're gonna press the button to recharge it, and it does.
I would.
Yeah, and it does. It kind of immediately flickers up. It lights back up. But the light feels faint, and even as it kind of does that sudden surge of power, the surge is slower, and the gun is weaker. You're uncertain as to why it is, but you are safe to assume the pistol works, but you're uncertain as to how long.
Okay.
And that's all happening. You kind of turn your back, you're kind of looking. I don't know if anyone else is checking any shard technology that they currently have on their person, but anyone that would kind of see that it does have power, but it's very like low power. And it doesn't seem like it's able to recharge or regain its strength at any point. It seems to be at a weaker bit or weaker connection.
Shake cell phone.
Yeah, so as you're looking, like, the cell phone itself is fading very quickly, and as everyone's kind of looking, the old man will sort of nod and say,
"I'm sorry, friends, but upon entering this area, anything with shard technology attached to it will eventually fade away. I suspect your ship is probably on some sort of lower power, but even then it'll drain very quickly. As for the rest of shard tech that you have on your person, it'll last temporarily, but if it follows in the same path as ours, a day, maybe two, before it becomes completely useless."
Sorry.
No, go on.
No, Dash would turn turn to Piper. Say, why would the plants and things, why would they cause that?
Piper is currently very low to the ground.
Explain.
And just almost landed in water, you know, currently on a dock surrounded by water that he doesn't know how deep it is. He's not looking the best of positions right now to be talking or being sane.
Young man, are you okay?
Back off! Get me off this deck!
Oh, okay, all right.
Move!
Yeah, he backs up. He's like, we can walk over here where there's more land.
Please, make yourself more comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, you just watch as Piper, like, immediately rushes off the deck, and Dash goes ahead and returns to follow. Yeah. Everyone else following as well?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you okay? Are you okay, young sir?
I hate water.
Apologies then. Afraid we're, well, at least in this village, surrounded by it. Maybe your only area of safety at this point. The north isn't faring much better.
Do you have any idea why he's saying this to the old man now?
Yeah.
Why the plants would have caused this? Did they interfere with something specific, or?
I'm uncertain. We're trying to figure it out ourselves, and some of the artisans of the village have come to the conclusion that our link, effectively, our connection to what they say is the dietic veil, which seems to have been severed. Let me see if I can remember what was explained to me. The technology, what we use, is connected to another realm of existence. For now, we've always had that connection. There's never been a time where we haven't. But for some reason, that connection is gone. From what I've been told, any energy that remains within the tools that you have is all that's left. Normally, you would be able to replenish that energy rather freely and frequently because of its connection, but with a severed connection gone, you only have to work with what energy has been given to you before. I'm sorry to interrupt this. I know that you've been through quite an ordeal, us as well. But what was your reasoning? What reason did you have to come here? Was this your destination? Were you looking to fly overhead, maybe to the Northland?
My family lives in Keld.
Oh. He kind of, like, lowers his hood a little bit, showing his bald spot, rubbing a little bit. Just all he says is, "Oh,
my apologies."
Oh, you're not helping.
Pats. Look, we still intend to get there. I don't know if you guys know anything about...
He shakes his head immediately when you say that and says, "I would recommend against that. Held that area. We've sent some able warriors off to the north, on foot, of course. They have yet to return. These were fine and able soldiers, and they were only meant to be going on a scouting mission."
How long ago were they sent?
Pretty much once this all immediately began to happen. Once you head to the north of town and head beyond the gates, you can see it beyond the horizon. These gnarled vines growing across the skyline. naturally, we sent our own capable folk to march forward and see what had happened. They hadn't returned, so then we sent more abled individuals who could be cautious. They haven't returned either. Uncertain what is going on there, whether it's in the fields before Keld or within the area itself. They've been instructed not to go inside whatever that vined area is surrounding the city. So either they defied those orders, or something has happened once they arrived at the border. Afraid
So
you
in the
know
grand
as much
scheme
as
of
me.
things, you know.
You can continue what you're saying.
No, Ares is just commenting that. So in the grand scheme of things, you don't really know much at all.
I'm sorry. I was kind of hoping that our SOSs, our messages of help may have reached one of the other arcs. You aren't part of some rescue crew? Have you
I'm afraid not.
Have you even received any messages from us?
We didn't, right?
No.
No.
And he
Sorry, I don't think anything's getting through.
he looks down, and he just looks dejected.
There was hope. Not maybe. Neither here nor there. Well,
He looks around and says,
welcome to Tinsdale. We don't have much to offer, but you are welcome to stay here for as long as it takes. I am the burgomaster, Anvir Darith.
and he holds his
Nice
hand
to
out.
meet you. Yeah, Dash will shake his hand. My name is Dash.
A pleasure to meet each and every one of you. I'm sorry it couldn't have been under better circumstances. If there's anything you need, anything that we can provide, we will do the best we can. Obviously, we are kind of in a bit of a rationing mode right now to ensure that everyone here within the village is well fed. As mentioned before, we used to get all of our resources from the holy city of Keld. But now, with that connection also severed, we have to make do with our own resources.
2 combat daggers.
He'll look over at you.
Done. I'll head over to the blacksmith and make sure that you've got them.
He has that look on his face where he's like, he really wants to ask something. Like, he really wants to be like, but he
wants to be nosy.
He very much wants to be nosy, but he said whatever, and he said that. He says,
I'll make sure to get that for you then.
what
Appreciate it.
Do you have any plans as of now of what you're going to be doing? Are you still planning to go to the Holy City?
Probably.
Yes, we have no want to stay around these parts.
Wow, Victor.
I mean, it's Victor. It's classic Victor.
Of course, sorry that the scenery offends you so.
No. It's mostly the smell. Do you have anyone that could direct us in the right direction? Someone who has a map or something along those lines?
He pauses a moment, looks over, and says,
No need for a map, sir. Simply head this road to the north and you'll eventually arrive to your destination outside the city. I'll go get your daggers now.
He just kind of turns around and just walks away.
There's nothing more unbecoming than someone so desperate.
God, Victor.
What?
Love it. I love it.
After hearing that, like, they haven't even been able to get any, like, SOS stuff through, could I pull out my shard phone? And it looks like it's dying, right?
Oh, yeah.
Could I see if I could, like, jumpstart the crystal with, like, a leveled spell, like putting a spell slot into it or something?
Ooh, maybe. That potentially could be a good way. What kind of leveled slot do you want to put up?
I will try putting a first level into it just for now.
Okay. So you kind of hold your hand. Go ahead and you can go ahead and reduce one of your spell slots that is within your sheet, and you try and find a way to channel this energy back into your technology using the spell. Go ahead and roll a 1d10 for me.
Okay. 3.
As you hold the energy in your hand, you try and place it across the weapon, or I'm sorry, across the shard phone. You expend the slot, you release the energy, and the technology is unable to retain the slot, or retain the energy that you place into it.
Piper, being frustrated little baby man. Why did we choose to get all of our tech energy from gods? Why did we do that again? Are we stupid? That's unreliable. I hate this. I can't use my phone. I can't play Candy Crush.
Well, it was reliable at the time. It's lasted how many years? But I think this is unprecedented, Piper.
I hate it.
We should, I mean, the second that we're able to, we should go, right?
I think so. This town isn't going to have many resources for us other than, well, probably weaponry. She'll glance at Mel.
Yeah.
The sooner we can get there, the sooner we can find out what's going on. They don't have any answers for us.
Mm. Maybe we could find the people that they sent in there as well.
Oh, they're dead. Let's be honest.
Don't.
Can you not?
You don't know that.
It's better to go in there with the assumption that they died.
More likely, I'd assume it has something to do with the plant life. Thinking back to the basement, that seems unfortunately likely.
Pat, 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 pat.
Also, Pat.
Ares is gonna walk over to Piper and Dash and just kind of glance at them both and be like, "Are you two okay?"
No.
Look at Piper. No, but
dealing with it.
If you need to rest and catch your breath, let us know.
I don't think we can really afford that.
We can afford minutes. Better than pushing too hard, but we'll keep moving.
Okay. Are you okay?
Ares wrinkles her face. Nope.
Yeah. Good company then, I guess.
We'll try our best.
Yeah.
All right. What are you guys doing?
Waiting for them knifeys to be done.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, so it would be pretty quick. You kind of would see the elvish man kind of like return back and just almost quietly, you know, just kind of walk up to everyone And he will nod over to Mel and hand over 2 combat knives.
Thanks. I'll return these if I can.
And he'll nod over at you before continuing back to the village without saying another word.
Piper would stop him.
And then he gets stopped by Piper.
You have any medicinal grade herbs that we could use?
We have 1 or 2 that we could probably spare.
That would be lovely. I would love to make medicine and stuff before we head out, you know.
They are unrefined. Is that alright with you?
Oh, it's alabaster. Of course they are. Yeah, that's fine.
Alright then, I will speak with my doctor. Give me some time.
He'll look at Dash as he walks away and he'll just be like, the more things change, the more they stay the same.
Yeah. Everything about this place is unrefined.
God, Victor. Who asked you? Because it wasn't me.
Oh no, he's got a point.
Ah! Finally, someone of a little bit of class.
Some people like the simple life.
Mel pulls out a glass of wine. Ah, wonderful.
Simple people like the simple life.
What's wrong with being a simple person?
It's so dull. So, if we are to head there immediately, other than your medicinal herbs, is there anything else we need to prepare?
Baby, if you want to punch him, I won't blame you.
No, it's... No.
He would return and would hand you 100 credits worth of medical herbs. They are common in nature, which means you can use them to make 4 potions of healing, or half a potion of greater healing. And he would hand them over to you and say,
I hope this is enough. Are you sure you don't need some time? Stay here, perhaps? You've just been through an ordeal.
Sounds like whatever this is, it's escalating kind of quickly, so if we're gonna make it through, we gotta go now.
It's already nighttime, though, and it's gonna be even harder to see through the thicket.
I understand. Well then, you are welcome here if you ever need a retreat. But I shall hold you anymore. Best wishes to you. May Hio have your back.
Thank you.
Maybe we should stay here for the night, though. It is late, and I really don't like the idea of going into there, especially because Halibor has... He has the eyeball. I can't see it in the dark anymore. I don't like it.
No, you're right. I can't see very well either.
But that means they might not be able to see any well. Your technology there only has a limited amount of time. If we stay here for a night, we're giving them the advantage of learning that we are here. Already caused a ruckus coming in. You think we should wait?
As much
So unrefined.
Meanwhile, Logan's taking a giant shit from the port.
He's just back on the ship. That's the way.
That was incredible.
The toilets don't work here.
So atmospheric, dude.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
Coffee is a diuretic.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's so funny.
That was so good. All right. So you guys are moving forward?
I guess.
Okay.
Well, I mean, that's only Victor voting. I don't mind OFC.
No, I understand. Yeah. So whatever you guys would like to decide. If you want to discuss further, you're free to do so.
How many of us have bad eyes?
I was just gonna say, how many of us can see? Are we all gonna be relying on Victor and Logan because?
Oh.
Uh-oh, wait a minute.
Why don't we stay the night? I can make the potions tonight. We have a little bit more supplies than when we head out in the morning, and then we can actually maybe, see.
I have just one more objection. Plant life is fueled by the sun. Perhaps they're stronger in the day. Just a thought.
You want to go ask Hellebore if he can photosynthesize? I'm pretty sure I'll give you an answer, whether you like it or not.
I'm just theorizing. I have no need to speak to Hellebore at all.
Oh, are you sure?
How close are these plants, Brett?
So you can't see it because right now, you're currently at the horizon of the village, but I can actually give you the map. The map. So currently, you guys are located right about here. If you head out, according to the Burgermeister, if you head on over here, to the horizon, you'll be able to see the plants. This is the map that you've seen, and these are the plants.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's still a good bit away.
Mm-hmm.
How long, like, just on a normal day, how long would it take to get from this place to Keld?
A day and a half, I would say, on foot.
How long will it take us to get to the edge of the brambles?
A day.
Maybe we should just go then.
Yeah, and then rest like just before there.
You did see this small little outpost over here too.
Good rest there, yeah. But also,
we do have torches, also.
Joe, I want to insight what you did before.
Oh, you're talking about the little flare sticks that is also fueled by shard technology.
Oh no.
Oh.
But keep in mind, they're consumables. They're meant to be expended and used. So you don't even know if they'll actually work until you try.
Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Can I insight check what you said before? Because by the way that he said, no, we don't have to talk to Hellebore. Piper's like, huh? Does he scare you? Huh?
Yeah.
I just want to see.
I do like a deception check to save face. He looks more put off by the fact that there's two of you now.
Quietly under his breath. We'll get those teeth. Alright, are we leaving?
Might be for the best.
Right then.
Well then, will our two gentlemen that can actually see like to lead the way?
Yeah, Logan will take the front for this.
Logan's back from his poop. Hooray.
Jesse, we'd like to let you know that...
Dodge already let me know. Don't worry. Don't you
cool.
worry.
Oh, cool.
Don't you worry.
Cool. It was...
I must stress, the office has the most high-powered toilet in the history. It is so loud. Oh, yeah. No,
That's great, man.
It is so loud, yeah.
Oh, it was awesome. Nothing to worry about. Okay. Wonderful. So, you shall begin your travels.
On the way out, can we stop by like a general store and see if they have just normal, old-fashioned medieval wooden torches?
Like sticks and all that stuff.
Damn, yeah.
Am I leading the way to the general store then?
Just make our own too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can we?
Yeah, as you head over to the store, if you were to explain what was happening, they would have old torches that do not use the shard technology that they would happily exchange. They would also let you know that the torches do work, but they go out faster, the ones that use shard technology. Those sort of like flares that you're able to hold up there. They still are active, but they burn out a lot quicker. But yes, they would happily exchange what you had for some torches, since you're saying you're leaving up to the north, and they're probably figuring they're not going to see him again anyway. So yes, you are able to bring the torches.
And before we go on this walk, because I don't trust anything, and we're gonna long rest when we get there, I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself because
Smart. Probably something to do. Okay. Woohoo!
Thank you.
All right. Anything else you guys would like to do before leaving the area?
I don't think so.
Then,
is there just a real quick question? Is there any reason?
Yes.
Off the top of this town is chill, right? Based on our conversation with the one dude, they're just like going through it like the rest of us right now.
This town is fearful. Yes.
Okay. All right.
We should stay.
Oh yeah. There's no like weird Dark Souls guy like laughing in the corner as you're like walking around. Like people are hold up. Guards are on high alert, and everyone has a general unease.
And we're just headed north.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right. Then I would get my butt in front and
lead the way.
Lead the group.
Yeah,
although, if necessary, because yes, we have torches, but I'd still be out front.
Okay. Yeah, it would start to get dark pretty quick. Yes.
I'm chilly. Wait, I have to see how long this lasts. Oh my god. Oh my god. I cast this. I cast this.
Nice.
I forgot that I took that.
It's like you're a wizard or something.
It's like I'm a wizard. Am I? I don't know.
I don't know.
Did you go to a school?
I went to med school.
Ooh. You're a doctor?
Then you're a doctor.
Yes, he is a doctor. He has
you're
a doctorate.
Doctor, Harry?
Yeah, you're a doctor. So I have dark vision for 8 hours.
Excellent.
Up to 60 feet.
All right. Okay. So, you have gotten the dark vision. I think I've given that to your token or dark vision. Woohoo! That you can see.
I think I don't know if Logan would do the same, but Victor would say we should stay a little bit ahead of the crowd, away from the light, and just be quieter ahead of them. You know, work as scouts.
Well, in theory, that's a sound idea. I wouldn't mind being on this side of the road. And you stay over there.
Whichever side works best for you.
No, this side is the one. You stay over there.
Fine. He's gonna walk out of the way.
So Logan keeps like giving you side eye just to make sure you're over there.
What are you guys doing?
Nothing.
Bickering.
Scouting.
Oh. I'll make a point to stay out of the light as well, just in the rear, so his dark vision can take effect.
I understand.
Nice. Mel has it too.
So, as you continue your approach for the first, if I'd say for the first few hours, as you are advancing around, things have been very dark, very quiet, and it's eerily quiet within the area that you all are currently in. And as you begin your approach, I mean, you all are remaining incredibly cautious. Things are getting darker as the sun continues to go down in the night sky, or the little night sky that you can see. This sort of like dense fog is weighing heavily up in the sky itself. This sort of green and amber mist is crawling over the area. And as you are walking, you know, you're kind of keeping your patrol, you're kind of looking around at things. Can
I do a stealth check before anything happens, by the way?
Yeah, absolutely.
I was going to ask that before.
Please.
Just to be sneaky in the side.
Of course, of course.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, I'm going to stealth
Logan
that
sees
too,
you
dude.
stealth check. I want a stealth check.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Beat a 25, Logan. Let's see it.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Yep.
Damn it.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
Logan sees you trying to be sneaky and is like, I can be sneakier.
So, is this kind of like the general formation we're looking at right now? Like Logan's off in here kind of scouting around, Victor's over here scouting around, Mel's over here scouting around, and you guys are kind of surrounding the 3 people, with the exception of Piper, of course, that cannot see through the dark. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Kind of keeping a cautious eye, because I assume the plan is like you're trying to make sure that you guys are seeing as far out as you possibly can. You know.
Yeah, I see it as kind of like all eyes would be on the group with the torches out.
Yes.
From like the outside perspective, so we'd just offshoot from that. So we wouldn't.
That's also a good question. Are you guys using torches?
I mean, for Dash, it would either be I'll be led by somebody and just trust
yeah.
that, you know,
because
or
it's not pitch black, right? You can see through the night sky, you know, night's kind of fallen over the area, so you can kind of see where you're going.
He'd probably try to make do then if it seemed like that was the smart thing to do.
You can hold my hand.
Boo!
The last thing I need to know is, Ares, are you in front of the boys or behind the boys?
In front.
You can also hold my hand. I have 2 hands. Take my good hand.
Oh my god. Okay then. So as you all are gathering around, how many feet would you say you are currently from everyone?
Oh, I mean, if we're not doing light, like if we had light sources, I would have gone further out. But if we're not doing light, I guess I'm relying entirely on being able to see them or hear them, so it wouldn't be that far.
Yeah, same.
Smile. I need to know, how far are you from the party?
15 feet.
That's pretty close, but okie dokie.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh,
30.
never mind. That's close. 30 feet.
Okay, and you're kind of ahead of the party. Is that correct?
I mean, how much is, if this is 5 feet? Like, are we? What's the difference on the map?
Well,
considering this isn't a normal map.
Right. That's why I'm asking you. Like, you know, these are just kind of like rough positions where everybody is. That's why I'm asking, like, how far ahead are you trying to keep from everyone?
Hold on.
Yeah.
You can ask the others.
Okay, I will. Victor?
About 30 feet. I think, Jesse, are you Googling right now to see, like, what
I'm literally Googling how far elves can see. All right,
no,
60 feet away is where I am.
Yeah, 60 feet away. You can see up to 60 feet. So you're 60 feet ahead?
Yes.
Okie dokie. Oh boy. All right, I'm gonna make sure you're right, because you're keeping an eye on them, correct?
Yes.
So I'm gonna make sure they're at the tail end of what you can see. So of what you can see. So you'll have an eye on Ares, Piper, and Dash. Is that correct?
Yeah. I'm not particularly concerned about
Mel?
Victor, because I feel like Victor can take care of himself.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm more concerned about the other 3 and Mel, wherever Mel has gone, but mostly just concerned about them.
Okay. Victor, you said you're staying 30 feet. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah, 30 feet.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm just moving some things around, having myself a good time. Wahoo! So if we're doing 30 feet, I'm gonna say you're right here, kind of by the road. Okay. And then Mel, Are you like behind the party? Are you forming like a triangle position? Like, how far are you from the party?
Probably about 20 feet back.
Okay.
Close enough to be able to relay information if necessary, but not too close to stifle them.
Okay. So I'm gonna do this. Yes. Okay, this is pretty good. Well, if you're doing 20 feet, let's do... Yeah, that's pretty good. So, Aries.
Yes.
As you are currently walking right now, you're walking, you're doing your thing. You kind of stop a little bit as if you are about to leap over this sort of stone formation. I need a perception check from you.
Hooray.
Okay, that's pretty good. So you're going over, you see, you're like, maybe even pointing your like rock or something like that as you're kind of about to leap over to let the boys know, because you kind of can see it a little bit. You've got some pretty good eyes when it comes to this. But before you leap, you give pause. And that's because as you stop for a moment, you're not looking at a stone formation. You realize you're staring at the dry husk of a torso who seems to be buried in the dirt.
Oh, no.
And it is completely withered and dried up. And you stop, and you see it. How do you alert people?
First off, she's gonna put her hands out to, like, signal to Dash and Piper to stop. Hold up.
And I think everyone involved will see that everybody has stopped.
What's wrong?
Something's not right. There's bodies. She's gonna look around. There might be something here.
Can I use my special eyes?
Yes, it is your channel divinity now, though. So do you want to use one of your two channel divinities to use your special eyes?
Yeah.
Okay. Then yes, you
I want to look with my special eyes.
Okay. So you'll activate your special eyes. You begin staring around, trying to find any sort of foes around. And you are relieved to find that there is no undead presence in the area, but also saddened to see that these are corpses that seem to be buried within these fields. And so as you're looking around, trying to find some sort of undead sources, and you sort of take that action to look, what is everyone else doing? Logan, you've noticed that everyone has stopped.
Would I notice the corpses?
You would see them staring at something, and it is some distance away. And you kind of look around and notice that there are, other of these rock formations. You're free to make a perception or investigation check if you'd like.
Yeah, I would love to investigate that.
Okay. Would you approach them?
I'd see them stop, so I would stop as well. Because I think initially he would think like, why, so is there a reason we're standing still rather than like, let's keep moving and walk over a landmine, or, so he would stop.
So yeah, you stop. As you're kind of like glancing over what they're looking at, you can kind of see like the spooked out, haunted faces as if they've just seen something morbid. And with that investigation check, you would definitely see that this is a humanoid, like, torso in nature. And then you would look around and see other humanoid torsos that are within there and scattered around. You kind of are seeing like There are a lot of bodies buried in this field.
Sure. Can I use? Let me see. Probably. Boy, I wish that would load. I wish that would load. Can I use my eye for detail to do investigation to uncover or decipher any clues as to are these like the local custom is to bury them like this, or is this unusual?
Right. So I would say with your general investigation, for that you were gonna have to do a history check. If you want to learn more of like cause of death, like if it was a ritual burying, I would allow eye for detail for that, but you would also have to be 5 feet away from one of these formations.
Gotcha. Could I determine all the formations look similar? As in, like, they're marked graves, or are they like people? This is a battlefield and people died.
No, they do not. And again, like you could tell from the formations, they all look a little different. But you would have to get closer to one of them to actually get some more info.
Can I use my 30 stealth to stealthily approach one of them?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you've been stealthing this entire time, so you might as well.
Where's the nearest one?
This one would be the nearest. So as you would look over for that, we would use the same investigation check you'd roll for your eye of detail, and as you're sort of observing around it, you would see that this doesn't appear to be ritualistic at all. In fact, the face that you're looking on of this corpse appears to be that of terror. The body itself, the reason why it is dried is because it looks like it's been completely drained of its fluids, and it perished that way.
Is there any indication of how that would have happened?
So I have to pause for you right there because I have to see what everyone else is doing at this moment. Yeah. Val, what are you doing?
Keeping an eye on. I'm gonna trust that those 3 in the center are covered, and I'm gonna look towards the other 2 and keep the scope of my rifle on them. Just like look back and forth to make sure they are not in danger.
So you're just you're kind of like doing like Overwatch. You're like trying to make sure that everyone's good. Okay.
My dark vision should be 120.
Oh, let me go ahead and expand that for you. All right. So if we're doing 120 and we're looking around here, yeah, as you're kind of like looking around a little bit, you know, you see some hills. You're noticing all of these bodies that are kind of scattered around you currently. So you're remaining in a cautious position, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Victor.
How far away am I from this? Let's see. If I went here, I might dash up the wall over here.
Okay. You could actually, there's a little ridge over here.
Is that ramp?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Let's just dash up that way. I think I've got, how much speed have I got again?
I think you're 30, right?
No, I got 45. I got because I had the mobile trait.
Oh yeah, that's right. So you can move up to 90 feet if you're dashing.
Yeah. So I'll just go up here. I'll stay up like on the edge, like looking down.
Okay. And yeah, you'd see the formation over here. You would see everyone is definitely intrigued on something. If you'd like to roll a perception or an investigation check to figure it out, but I think as you begin your approach up here and you see the same formation, you're getting a little bit closer to it. You're familiar with corpses, I would say, so you immediately would recognize the body that is buried in, died in an unnatural way. And as you kind of look at the shocked expression down here, that is a fair conclusion as to what they've come to. So you're spending all of your time running up and just getting into that position. Okay. So I'm gonna circle back around to actually no, we'll go back to Dash and Piper, and I guess Ares. What are the 2 of you doing, or the 3 of you doing? Excuse me.
Did I do a quick glance to see like if they died here or if they were moved here?
Sure. Do you want to do a medicine check? You'll have to be 5 feet away from one of them.
We'll come right here. Is this close enough?
Nope, you gotta be right over there. Yeah, that's right there. Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Medicine check. I should have expertise. No.
Wahoo! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to re-roll that. We'll take the 22. Very good. Wait. I'm gonna have you re-roll that again. I don't know why your expertise didn't roll. Okay. Give me that roll again, please.
Yippee!
Hey!
Oh my god.
I'll give you the results in a second. Dash, you're in the dark. You don't know what's going on. What are you doing while everyone's like, guys?
I think, well, firstly, he would have said out loud, like, I don't see any undead around at all, so that's good at least. But yeah, he wouldn't really be able to see anything, so I don't know how much he could contribute, really. Not
so much about contributing, but like, just what is Dash just in general doing?
I don't know, to be honest.
He's just kind of waiting, maybe, to figure out until someone gives him more information. Are you thinking?
Well, I'm checking. His divine sense lasts for 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. So I'll let you know if any of those three things pop up, right?
Yeah, if that's the only form of vision he really has right now. So I think he would, you know, even just to make himself feel a little less like he's not sure what to do, he'll sort of keep an eye out around them for that.
Okay. And then Ares, what are you doing anything in particular, or are you aghast at the corpse that's in front of you?
I think Ares would kind of examine it a little bit closer, like specifically to see if she can tell how long it's been there, and if there's anything identifiable on it as in the way of just who they were.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me an investigation check. All right. Yeah, so let's go ahead and give all the information at the same time. Ares, as you're looking over at the body and trying to figure out what it is, it just looks like a corpse, and there's nothing identifiable about this, unfortunately. The body itself seems to be stripped of any clothing, and is just completely dried up. Piper and Logan, you would discover these sort of like large insertion points, almost as if a giant needle pierced at various parts of their body, potentially a way to drain this. You can also see how these punctures were made. This was done before death. They were very much alive when these fluids were drained from these bodies. And you, Logan and Piper, you'll actually watch as you're looking as the body kind of jerks a little bit. Almost as if it is moving for a brief moment. And in an instant, and here's the thing, Dash, no undead. You still see no undead. You'll watch kind of burst out from the chest of these corpses. This large-sized bug will kind of rupture out and then immediately release out to the individuals that are looking at them. This is not a surprise attack, but then you'll hear it surrounding you. You'll kind of hear this buzzing sound, like resonating off into the distance. This you just kind of hear this buzzing, and it's getting louder and louder as it begins its approach over to you. As the bugs break out of the corpse, they immediately attack. So it's initiative time.
Oh no.
Yippee!
Okay.
I'm at the bottom!
Wow. Hey, Logan.
Yarp.
You want to switch to initiative with anyone? Are you good right there?
That's a great question. I'm gonna question for sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
Do they need to be engaged with them or just next to them for it to auto?
So you do need advantage on the target if the if that's essentially it. So it's not based off of first attack.
Sure. But I'm saying, like, if, for example, a little tiny gremlin is next to one.
That counts as sneak attack. Yes.
Great. Okay, cool.
100%.
Yeah, I will. There's one right next to me, and that means I'm going to.
Are you switching initiative, or are you taking your turn?
Oh, I'm gonna take my turn.
Okay, then let's begin the combat. Okay, let's get going.
I'm going to I'm gonna wait for the music to kick in.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to take a shot on this guy.
You do have a hostile creature within 5 feet of you, which means that attack will automatically be at disadvantage. You will have to.
Well, I mean, what I meant was.
Okay.
Showdown?
What I meant was I would.
Oh, okay.
Cunning action.
Ooh.
Disengage.
Very good. That's your bonus
and
action.
go. Bonus action. Sorry. And then
go.
go.
Say your cunning action is a bonus action. You're good.
20 here, so I can actually see Victor a little bit too. And then I will take a shot on this guy.
All right, let's see it.
Get blasted, you idiot. Never mind. Never mind. It's dark.
Yep. That hurts. That hurts. Anything else you'd like to do?
That is it for now. That's really all I can do.
Okay.
Wow. Good start, me.
Go ahead and hit end turn on the combat.
I thought I did. Let's do it again.
Dash.
I have a question about
Yes.
the bulwark. When I get a legendary resistance, how long does that last on me?
Until the beginning of your next turn.
Okay, got it.
And then you can use the legendary resistance if you have to make a save that you failed. You can instantly succeed.
Okay. I will go here so that I'm within 5 feet of both my buds.
Mm-hmm.
And I will bonus action Shield of Faith, and I'll attack this boy.
All right, go ahead and cast it.
I let her rip. Oh, wait. Yeah, shield first. Oh, you already did it.
No, I just gave you the passive. I still need you to cast it. Yay.
I cast. Okay.
Yay.
And now I Dave. 19.
Oh, no,
No.
10. That's like
10.
y'all rolling crit misses. What's going on,
What the
guys?
fuck, dude?
Guys.
Sobs.
Guys.
It's dark, okay?
It's so dark.
Do I get to use my second attack?
Yes, you do.
That's better. 18.
That does hit. Deals 15
Yay.
points of damage.
I slow him.
He's lower. Yeah, the creature's speed is lowered by 10 feet.
Fantastic. I end my turn. Beep.
All right. This one's just gonna. It's gonna fly up 10 feet in the air and go woo before descending up to be. Actually, no, 10 feet's still good. I can still reach you at 10 feet. You'll watch as he goes in with the multi attack. 21 to hit.
Nom, 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 nom. I mean, it does.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm trying to see, can I use Uncanny Dodge?
You sure can.
I do.
All right, that's 15 points of damage. And then a second one. You kind of see... Yep,
Jeez Louise!
Yep, that'll hit 35 points of damage.
What? Can I do Uncanny Dodge again?
No, you've used your reaction, and you kind of watch as this creature is... as it lashes on over to you. The nail, the needle of this giant bug begins impaling at Logan violently. It is dangerous up in here. That'll end that round. And then as a lair action, you begin to hear more buzzing. So give me one quick second. I've got to do a thing. You hear echoes of the sounds of rupturing bodies. You realize that this is a very unfortunate area, but you are currently in a nest of these creatures. And if there are bodies scrawled about, there are probably many of these creatures around as well. Ares.
Oh god. Okay, so, if I go here, and I assume that I'm going to fly there, would that be far enough away from this bug to not provoke opportunity attack?
You would have to move up 5 feet and then do this, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I can get there. Yeah, I'm gonna go up 10 feet and then plop, well, yeah, 10 feet and plop myself there.
Okay.
I'm coming to Logan's rescue, and she's going to start punching this bug.
Let's see it.
Right.
That hits 6 points of damage. The moment you hit, this thing's like flying in the air right now. It's currently like fluttering up there, just stabbing with its needle. The moment you hit it, as you punch, it can't keep its flight, and as it's moving around, you kind of see its form like jiggle a little bit, and that's because these creatures are filled with the liquid that has just been feeding off of it. These things are bloated and engorged, so as you hit, it loses its focus from the damage, kind of, and then it just falls down the ground. It was 10 feet up in the air, so it takes 3 points of damage as it lands.
Okay. So I went up 5 feet. That's 30 feet. Can I... So I should have 5 feet left of flying movement. Can I just descend 5 feet so I can still punch it?
Yeah.
Okay, I do that.
Are you in the air 5 feet?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I punch.
All right. Let's see here. 15. You'll see it kind of like twitch around a little bit. That punch will miss.
Okay. Well, she's gonna flurry of blows.
That'll hit. 7 points of damage.
And she's gonna use Crusher and put it here.
Okay.
To get it away from Logan.
Okay.
And then second attack from Flurry of Blows.
Hits, 12 points of damage.
And one more.
That one misses.
Okay.
A very bloody Logan, thanks you.
Logan's
Ares gives...
Yeah, got a puncture wound right in the center of his torso right now.
Ares gives a cool thumbs up. And then...
Logan gives a less than cool thumbs up.
Anything
Sorry,
else you're
I'm
doing?
learning. Yeah, no, actually no, because that was a bonus action. I'm learning my new stuff, so.
All good. Next up is Mel.
All right, I'm gonna take aim at the one next to Piper.
Okay.
And fire. I don't know how to activate. I'm just gonna click and see if it does.
The sharpshooter?
Yeah.
We'll just subtract 5 from the result.
Okay.
That'll miss.
I will then curve the shot to the next one.
Okay. So you begin hearing this loud... These loud fires. All right. By the next one, which one do you mean?
The
injured one?
Yeah, the injured one.
6? Okay, yeah. So that will hit for... oh, wait, it's -5, which turns into a 16. 16 does not hit.
Okay.
And then I need you to roll a 1d100 2 times, please. All right, you're good. You're watching.
Oh, shit.
You're watching with every shot you take. The shard that's empowering your rifle is slowly getting dimmer. As you continue to use your weapons, may eventually get to a point where it runs out entirely.
Noted. Sorry, I'm just
you're literally just recognizing that as well as a side effect of fighting in this area on this arc.
Okay. The extra attack.
You attack twice, right?
Curving shot is if I miss, if it's within 60 feet, I can move it to another target.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, when you do those abilities, can you just make sure you click it just so we're all seeing
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. All good. So you got your extra attack now. Your bonus action has been spent. And also let me know when you're sharpshooting. So yeah, go for the extra attack now. That's going to turn into a 20. Who are you aiming at?
The one next to Piper.
Okay, excellent. That will hit for 15 points of damage. Would you like me to always assume that you're sharpshooting?
No.
Okay, just make sure you tell me before an attack. This is a sharpshooting attack.
Got it.
Beautiful. And then the second roll is for your second attack, so you're still good. That 100 is still good.
All right, I think that's me.
Okay. Yeah, so this thing has completely ruptured out, and it is launching straight towards Piper.
Yippee!
Yippee! Here we go. That misses.
Miss.
Oh, good God.
Actually, wait, no, that's a meat. I'll shield it, though.
Okay.
So, 1 second.
Very good. Reaction spent. And you'll watch as this thing kind of starts, like, crawling around a little bit.
Ew.
And as it's, like, riding around a little, you'll kind of watch as the needle that was trying to stab you begins to pulsate a little bit, and you're watching as the body is shifting around. It looks like it's about to regurgitate something.
It's gonna puke.
You hear from over in this direction the sound of like something completely rupturing in half. And then from over in this direction, as you're just hearing raw sinew ripping and tearing. Victor.
I'm going to do a new spell. I'm going to throw in a synaptic static, because I should be able to hit both those two creatures are there. I aim it here.
Yep.
Without hurting anyone, so they have to make that save.
Failure.
Oh.
26 points of damage. Correct?
Yep. And then for the next minute, they roll a -d6 on all their attack rolls and ability checks, as well as Constitution saving throws if they maintain concentration, which they don't know thing. And they make intelligence saving throws at the end of each of their turns.
Oh, that's a -2, so I think we're good to go.
Yeah.
So,
-d6.
yeah, that one's still standing. Okay, yeah. So as you're watching, you just see that their head's now like pulsating too, as it's trying to keep control. Oh my gosh! All right, give me one moment. Let me do. That's good. That's really good.
Yeah.
We have entered level 10 and beyond combat, which means everything is
That's some good
terrified.
spells.
Everything is terrified on both sides. All right, I'm just making sure I've got that. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, there we go. Woohoo! So I know they've got the synaptic static. Very good. All right, Victor, anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, bonus action, tummy hands. I go into my former dread.
Woo!
And get my 1d10 plus 10, 17 temporary points.
He enters the dread form. Sanguine.
Oh, I should probably click the button. Hold on. There it is. There we go. That's the actual roll.
Wonderful night for a curse.
And just stay up on the hill, even though I can see there's definitely a body behind me. And that's. I'll tell you what. I'll start walking. I'll start walking down to the guys. I think it's probably smart to start making my way down here. Just for when that kicks in.
Hyper.
All right. So question first.
Yes.
Does activating my amulet count as use object?
Why are you asking?
Because a spell allows me to use an object as an extra action.
Oh, then I would say,
I'll still take the damage and all that.
I see what you're trying to do. What spell are you doing?
Haste.
Oh, I see what you're trying to do. Yeah, I'll allow it.
All right, I'm about to do a lot of stuff in quick succession, and I'm not going to do any damage this turn, but I have to do so much build-up.
I love it.
So I'm going to start my Blade Song.
Okay.
As a bonus action.
Okay.
I'm going to use my action to cast Haste on myself.
Okay.
And I'm then going to use my hasted action to use the use object ability to activate my necklace. So I'm going to stab myself, take 2 damage.
Yep.
And then I'll do my con saves, but it's at advantage. And I have a +5 to it, whatever I roll.
Did you change the blade singer?
I did.
Okay, I was like, I didn't realize. I just blanked out.
How fucked up? Yeah. So you just enter this beautiful dance, and yeah.
Oh, he looks like he's ready. He looks traumatized and ready to kill things.
Does Blade Singer allow you to use your intelligence modifier with your attack rolls?
I don't believe so, but my weapon does.
Okay, cool, awesome. I was just checking if I had to make any adjustments, essentially.
Yeah, the scythe lets me use my int.
Cuckoo.
So we're good there.
Damn.
So that's my action, my bonus action, and my hasted action. It's a big setup. That's it for me. I can actually do stuff next turn.
Logan.
Okay, I'm going to use the fact that between me and this bug is a big beefy murder machine, and I'm gonna attempt to dust myself off and fire one more time at this guy. And hopefully it'll all be fine.
It'll all be okay. Yeah. That hits as you go for the shot. It just, and you just blood just sprays onto the ground as it dies.
Yeah, Logan takes a sigh of relief, and then I want to move to here.
Okay.
In order to see everyone on the battlefield.
Okay.
And then I'll end my turn.
All right. So next up is Dodger. Dodger. That's okay. We will actually end today's session because we are approaching time.
It's also initiative. Yeah, it's a good time.
It's a good time, and as you continue to hear more buzzing, and some of the buzzing that's approaching sounds heavier, sounds larger. This is not a safe place. You guys are quickly realizing that. So you'll have to let me know next week whether you'll be standing your ground or running like hell, because both options perfectly viable. So that is where we will wrap up today's session of Deadbeats. Thank you guys so much for playing.
Thanks, dude.
Session 5 complete. This session's episode was The Bloody Fields. I think chat now knows why it was called that.
We got to them. We got to the bloody field.
Oh no.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Let's go ahead and do some Sorry, I just saw a little picture in our general chat that just says, "My tummy hurts and I'm mad at the government." And I'm like, I like it. I like it very much.
I also want chat to know I went from the beginning of session.
I don't think that's it. There it is. Anyways, go on. Continue, please. Sorry.
I went from 11 AC to now, if I have all of my buffs on, I should have 21 AC, and if I shield, I'll have 26. So I go from very, very squishy little man to very, very tanky, very fast.
Man, you're gonna need it, because designing encounters for level 10 plus characters means things got high AC, high hit chance, and high damage.
I'm very glass cannon at 80 HP, but I'm hoping nothing hits me.
Yeah.
I got lucky with those straws.
You're gonna need it. Things are gonna get scary from here on out. All right, everyone. Let's go ahead and do the bingo.
Bingo.
Plant monster encounter? Logan has a sip of coffee, alcohol, or both. Didn't say it. Thus, I don't think he did it. I don't think he did it.
I did not.
The party tries and fails to hide illegal acts from me. Oh, from Mel. I was like, from me? No. No custom music theme. Miss Hellebore taunts the party. No. NPCs are wary of the party. No. They only get halfway to the town. I would say I'll give that there. Yeah. Victor sasses his way out of a conversation 100%. Jesus Christ. Dash, Piper, and Hellebore share a cute moment. Pat's head. Mel's mask malfunction.
Oh no, is that a possibility? Is it shard tech?
Oh.
It's such a minor it uses so little shard tech power that I'm gonna say no, because that would be just fucked to be like, yeah, you can't talk anymore. Sorry, man. So no, it doesn't. But good post. We didn't see an. I don't think we saw Nat 20.
We did.
No, we did.
I did. I medicine checked.
We saw a bunch of Nat 1s. Victor having genuinely kind-hearted moment. Not even close.
That was the opposite.
Someone almost dies. I'm gonna check this off because I feel like Logan, who's normally in the back shooting at shit, seeing his hit points just
I have a hole in me.
Yeah, just drop like that. It's gonna scare anyone. No crafting RP, but we came close. DM loses. Buddy bickering with the crew. Nope, he is busy trying to keep his ship afloat right now. Cursed RP. I would say, yeah, I think some of my descriptions were a little visceral, and I saw some chat members being like, ew.
Icky.
Ooh, got the wrong twin.
Wrong twin. Ooh, so close. Tavern RP, nope, no time. Applying some new things from the new D&D edition, yep. Mel continues to question the sanity of the party. We don't know. Things have been kind of on high alert. DM wins always, and Ares has a girl boss moment.
I did a cool thumbs up.
Okay, I'll give you that.
I will say that the introduction of Pat and Co. definitely raised some questions for Mel, but things are things are going on.
Listen, he's a zombie pulling more zombies out of a bag. It's like a magic trick, you know?
Yeah, you guys are in like a fucking apocalypse land right now. It's pretty terrifying. All right, so no bingo today, but that is okay. All right, guys. Once again, thank you all for joining us for a lovely, rousing session of Dungeons and Dragons. We shall be back next Thursday. Yes, I believe so. Everyone good?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, then I will see you guys then. You all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye.